This Chinese company is secretly controlling your every move, your messages, your games, even your payments, and you've never heard of them.
Picture your life in a place where everything you do, what you buy, how you behave, is tracked.
Who are they? Tencent.
Tencent. The company is worth more than the likes of Facebook, MasterCard, and Samsung.
It's joined Apple, Amazon, and Facebook on the list of massive tech companies that have passed $500 billion in market cap, making it Asia's first company to do this.
Tencent is China's largest social media company. It is also the world's largest video game company by revenue.
Tencent isn't just a company, they are a weapon of the Chinese government.
Yup. Don't let this cute penguin fool you because the Chinese Communist Party CCP is spying on you and hacking your data through this cute penguin. Tencent has become a household name in China, but for many of you around the world, it might still be a bit of a mystery. Because in most places, Tencent operates from the shadows. Well, Tencent is a Chinese multinational conglomerate holding company. In simpler terms, they're a massive company just like an octopus with its tentacles and everything. This company started with just $1,500 in its bank account. But now, it's the 10th largest company in the world, valued at over $1.6 trillion. They pretty much own the entire internet and gaming industry. They control big names like Riot Games, Epic Games, Ubisoft, Discord, Reddit, Spotify Universal Music, TSX, the digital bank, Snapchat, and even have a stake in Tesla. An article published by the Wall Street Journal in 2018 reported that Tencent had acquired stakes in 277 tech companies since 2013. By 2019, that number had risen to 600 companies. It's kind of crazy how they've taken over so much of the tech world without most people even knowing about them. So, how did Tencent get so huge so quickly? And why isn't their name as well known as, say, Google or Facebook? Well, it's because they've been playing some not-so-nice games. They've manipulated the law, crushed their competition, and worked closely with the Chinese government. Yup, Tencent isn't just a company. It's a weapon for the Chinese government to expand its influence globally. Believe me, it's one of the world's most dangerous companies. Let me explain it with one example. You may have heard of Tencent's creation, WeChat. It's not just for chatting, it's a whole ecosystem. It's essentially Facebook, PayPal, WhatsApp, Netflix, Google, Spotify, Uber, Yelp, Tinder, Zoom, YouTube, Deliveroo, Amazon, and lots more, all in one single app. You can pay bills, chat with friends, order food, watch movies, listen to music, and even find a date, all from one app. It's like having your entire life in the palm of your hand. With over 1.2 billion users, WeChat is like the operating system of China. But the scary part is that Tencent, the company behind WeChat, has access to everything you do on the app. Your location, your bank history, every message, call, and search. Tencent sees it all, and it doesn't stop there. The Chinese government can access all that data too. They scan private messages for anything they don't like. Say something they disapprove of and you could end up in jail or simply disappear. What's even scarier is that the Chinese government can access deleted WeChat conversations without your permission or a court order. You can now understand that it's one of the most dangerous and powerful surveillance tools ever created. Tencent's rise to power is nothing short of astonishing. Behind its success lies not just foresight, but also a history of plagiarism and close cooperation with the Chinese government. How did they rise? What's their next move? Get ready, because Tencent's story is about to blow your mind. Ever heard of Pony Ma? He's the CEO of Tencent, but he's not as famous as Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. Wonder why? Maybe it's because he likes to keep a low profile.
我是一个软件开发人员工程师出身的这样的一个创业者，所以呢，我的背景也对口才不算很擅长。
Unlike Musk, Ma prefers working behind the scenes. It's all part of Tencent's strategy to keep the Chinese government happy. But how? Ma avoids the limelight to steer clear of controversies. Pony Ma may have been a skilled programmer, but the story of Tencent's rise didn't start with his groundbreaking idea. Want to know the first uncomfortable truth about Tencent? Well, it began with Pony copying someone else's idea. Surprising, right? The journey kicked off when Pony stumbled upon ICQ, an online chat platform, while he was randomly browsing. So in 1998, Pony launched a chat service for Chinese users where they can chat with strangers. In China, it was normal to copy popular Western services, like Baidu copied Google and Alibaba copied eBay. So, Tencent did the same with ICQ, calling it OICQQ by adding just one letter. Despite these shady tactics, OICQ became hugely popular, gaining 500 users on the first day and millions within months. However, Tencent faced challenges. The server infrastructure in China was expensive, and the company was almost bankrupt multiple times. They were even sued for stealing the name. But with the help of venture capital firms and the CCP, Tencent survived and flourished. Their messaging app, QQ, gained 1 million users in its first year and 50 million in the next year, monopolizing the instant messaging market in China. Now, in order to monetize the app, Pony tested out lots of ways to make cash with the QQ app, but none of them worked out. At that time, Tencent found a cool Korean site where people made digital versions of themselves with awesome outfits. So, what did they do? Once again, they copied the idea and made their own version called QQ Show. Now Chinese users can show off with unique characters. Plus, you could buy all sorts of cool stuff for a small fee. And eventually, Tencent's chat app started generating cash by selling virtual items. And it soared past 100 million users in China. Pony even met his future wife through QQ. But Tencent's founders knew they wanted more. They wanted to take on Silicon Valley and become a global tech powerhouse. So they kept reinvesting their profits, buying up other services, and integrating them into QQ. QQ grew to become the first Chinese super app, controlling almost every aspect of users' lives, offering shopping, social media, online dating, banking, antivirus software, and more, all in one place. As Tencent grew, so did its ties with the Chinese government. Within just 5 years of its founding, Tencent and the CCP were tightly connected, leveraging their partnership to dominate markets and pursue China's ambitions of global dominance through technology. With the government's backing, Tencent aggressively expanded, often resorting to monopolistic tactics to crush competitors. Despite facing some regulatory scrutiny, Tencent's influence only grew stronger, with CCP officials embedded in its executive ranks, effectively making Tencent an extension of the party.
There's no company on the planet that has this advantage that Tencent has.
By the early 2010s, Tencent was raking in billions and had free rein to buy up companies left and right, both domestically and internationally. These acquisitions weren't just about profits. They were also strategic moves to expand Chinese influence abroad, aligning with China's 2049 plan for global dominance. WeChat, launched in 2011, became a sensation, boasting over 1 billion active users and transforming into a mega app akin to QQ.
Ma saw the coming of the mobile internet age, and WeChat was launched just at the moment when smartphone sales in China took off.
WeChat Pay further cemented Tencent's dominance, raking in billions for both Tencent and the CCP, given their deep integration.
You can almost pay everything through WeChat. It's also one of the main reasons China's becoming a cashless society.
Despite its image as a startup, Tencent's rise was orchestrated by the CCP, which tightly controlled its growth and operations. The CCP's influence extended not just over Tencent, but over the entire Chinese corporate landscape, with other tech giants like Alibaba and Huawei similarly under its sway. Through Tencent's apps like QQ and WeChat, the CCP gained unprecedented control over the Chinese internet, censoring and surveilling users' every move. This extensive surveillance, combined with the social credit system, gave the government unparalleled insight and control over its citizens' lives. Tencent's vast influence within China has led many to wonder why the company hasn't expanded its control globally. The truth is, Tencent has been quietly making moves on the international stage, acquiring foreign companies and expanding its reach beyond Chinese borders. One key area of focus for Tencent has been gaming. The company has acquired numerous game developers and publishers, cementing its position as a global gaming powerhouse.
Last year, it reported more than $22 billion in revenue from smartphone games and nearly $7 billion from PC games.
But Tencent's ambitions extend beyond gaming. They've also set their sights on social media platforms. By acquiring stakes in foreign social media companies, Tencent gains not only financial leverage, but also the ability to influence public opinion and expand the Chinese government's censorship efforts overseas. A notable example of Tencent's influence was seen during the Hearthstone tournament in 2019, where a player's support for Hong Kong freedom fighters led to backlash from Tencent-owned Blizzard. This incident highlighted how Tencent could use its ownership stakes to silence dissenting voices and enforce censorship. But Tencent's reach goes even further than gaming and social media. The company's investments in platforms like Reddit and Discord give it access to vast amounts of user data, raising concerns about privacy and surveillance. With Tencent's close ties to the Chinese government, there are fears that this data could be used for nefarious purposes. But Tencent is just one part of China's three-pronged technological attack. Huawei, another Chinese giant, provides the hardware and infrastructure, while Tencent provides the software. This partnership gives China unprecedented access to data and networks around the world. And while Tencent's influence seems vast, it's not invincible. China's crackdown on tech companies, including Tencent, has led to massive losses in their valuation. The CCEP's increasing control over these companies, coupled with growing protests and resistance, paints a grim picture for Tencent's future. However, removing Tencent, Huawei, and TikTok from global infrastructure won't be easy. Even with governments waking up to the threat they pose, the process could take years, if not decades. And in the meantime, China's influence over the world continues to grow. Are we on a path towards a totalitarian regime where every move is censored? With technology, giants like Tencent exerting unprecedented control over information, the prospect is unsettling. Will our freedoms be sacrificed in the name of security, or can we find a way to preserve liberty in the digital age? Share your thoughts in the comments, and to watch the latest geopolitical news, watch this video here.